Hello, it's Mike Korin of Classic Realty. I want to give you a spring market update. In the news, on social, you're seeing a lot of bad things about the market. I really believe headlines are intended to terrify, not to clarify. So hopefully I'm going to clarify a few things for you right now. Interest rates are up. Sellers right now are sitting on the sidelines. They're somewhat hesitant to sell. They might have interest rate 5%, 4%, 3%, some people in the high 2s. They're a little bit afraid, well, why am I going to move if I have to get a higher interest rate? We're going to talk about that in a second here. You might think it's buyers that are nervous to enter the market because of the high rates, but I really believe people's short-term memories are short, and people now seem to be accustomed to these rates. Buyers are out there. They're trying to buy. What we're actually seeing is low inventory, high buyer demand, and so the houses that show well, that are marketed well and that are priced well are actually in bidding wars. That's right, it's actually tough out there on the streets right now to buy a house, so ignore the headlines. Sellers, studies have shown, okay, we're interviewing sellers, economists are interviewing sellers, what are the top things that you're looking for? And it's not like I want to buy a new house and find the best interest rate. What sellers are saying are, I want to move closer to family. It's time for us to downsize. We want less maintenance. We want to really enjoy our weekends and our free time. We want to be able to lock the house up and take 3-month vacations. We can't do that in our 3,000 square foot house. So I'm going to encourage you, don't let interest rates, which are not your top goals, get in the way of your top goals. Let's get you into that dream home. Let's talk. Let's move you there. Happy to answer any questions for you, obligation free. And for those of you I talked to about a year or two ago saying, hey, why don't you buy? You know, interest rates are 3%. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna buy. It's a seller's market right now. Well, it's a seller's market for a reason. It's counterintuitive, but you flip it back. It's not a buyer's market, but it's a lot closer to it. It doesn't feel that good out there to be a buyer. So what's the moral of that right there is, don't try to time the markets. Real estate is a long-term play. I've encouraged you, like I've encouraged everybody. If you've interviewed me before, you've heard me say this. If you know you're gonna stay in a house 2 years, 3 years, I'll usually be the first person to say, this is high risk. You might not wanna buy it this time. Maybe you're better off renting. But if you think long-term, these things sort themselves out. So I think the getting is good out there. I'd love to speak with you. I'd love to answer any questions. Hopefully that brings a little peace in your heart from some of the headlines that we're seeing out there. Thanks, and I look forward to talking with you soon.